Maria had just gotten married, and being a traditional Italian, she was still a virgin. On her wedding night, staying at her mother's house, she was very nervous. Her mother reassured her, "Don't worry, Maria, Tony's a good man. Go upstairs and he'll take care of you. Meanwhile, I'll be making pasta." So, up she went. When she got upstairs, Tony took off his shirt and exposed his hairy chest. Maria ran downstairs to her mother and says, Mama, Tony's got a big hairy chest." "Don't worry, Maria," says the mother. "All good men have hairy chests. Go upstairs, he'll take good care of you." So, up she went again. When she got up in the bedroom, Tony took off his pants, exposing his hairy legs. Again, Maria ran downstairs to her mother. "Mama, Tony took off his pants, and he's got hairy legs." "Don't worry, all good men have hairy legs. Tony's a good man. Go upstairs, and he'll take good care of you." So, up she went again. When she got there, Tony took off his socks, and on his left foot, he was missing 3 toes. When Maria saw this, she ran downstairs. "Mama, Tony's got a 1.5 feet." Her mama said, "Stay here and stir the pasta." A priest was being honored at his retirement dinner after 25 years in the parish. A leading local politician and member of the church was chosen to make the presentation and to give a little talk at the dinner. However, he was delayed, so the priest decided to say his own few words while they waited. "I got my first impression of the parish from the first confession I heard here. I thought I had been assigned to a terrible place. The very first person who entered my confessional told me he had stolen a television set and, when questioned by the police, was able to lie his way out of it. He had stolen money from his parents, embezzled from his employer, had an affair with his boss's wife, had sex with his boss's 17-year-old daughter on numerous occasions, taken illegal drugs, had several homosexual affairs, was arrested several times for public nudity, and gave VD to his sister-in-law. I was appalled that one person could do so many awful things, but as the days went on, I learned that my people were not all like that, and I had indeed come to a fine parish full of good and loving people." Just as the priest finished his talk, the politician arrived full of apologies at being late. He immediately began to make the presentation and gave his talk. "I'll never forget the first day our parish priest arrived," said the politician. "In fact, I had the honor of being the first person to go to him for confession. A Brit, an American, and a Canadian all walk into a bar and start drinking. As friends tend to do, they began to tell boastful stories. The Brit starts, "Hey mates, I hail from London. I love me pub. Every pub in London knows me. When I go into the pub and to drink some pints, after I drink 2 pints, the third is always free. Britain is the best. God save the Queen." The American snorts in disgust. "You fucking limey, you think you're so smart. Well, I am from a small town in the good old USA, and in the bars in my town, I go in, and after one drink, the second drink is always free. Go USA." The Canuck, silent until now, speaks up. "You're both a bunch of stupid pricks. I hail from Canada, and in my hometown, you walk in, and the first drink is free, and the second, and the third, and so on, until you are as shit-faced as you like. And then, in my town, there is a little hotel above the bar. If you like, you get taken upstairs for fucking for free. That's how it is in my hometown. Canada is number 1. The Brit says, "You lying, ungrateful Canuck. I don't believe you." And the American, looking suspicious, says, "You lie, this happened to you?" The Canuck looks sheepishly at his friends and says, "Well, not exactly, but it happened to my sister a bunch of times." The teacher decided to ask the class a riddle. Does anyone know how to put 2 holes into 1 hole? None of the children knew the answer, so it was their homework to go home and figure out how to put 2 holes into 1. The kids came back the next day, and still, none of them knew the answer. "I will show you the answer now, children," says the teacher as he looks pretty chuffed with himself. He proceeds to hold his pointer finger against his thumb, making a little ring. He then puts the ring he made with his fingers over his nose and says, "Look, here is the hole I made with my fingers, and it is covering the 2 holes on my nose." All of the children are very impressed, apart from little Johnny, who stands up and asks, "Excuse me, sir, but do you know how to put 7 holes into 1 hole?" The teacher replies, "I have no idea, Johnny. Why don't you tell us how do you put 7 holes into 1 hole?" Little Johnny replies, "You simply sit on your recorder, sir." Luigi walks to work 20 blocks every day and passes a shoe store twice every day. Each day he stops and looks in the window to admire the Armani leather shoes. He wants those shoes so much, it's all he can think about. After about 2 months, he saves the price of the shoes, $300, and purchases them. Every Friday night, the Italian community holds a dance in the church basement. Luigi seizes this opportunity to wear his new Armani leather shoes for the first time. He asks Sophia to dance, and as they dance, he asks her, "Sophia, do you wear red panties tonight?" Startled, Sophia replies, "Yes, Luigi, I do wear red panties tonight. But how do you know?" Luigi answers, "I see the reflection in my new $300 Armani leather shoes. How do you like them?" Next, he asks Rosa to dance, and after a few minutes, he asks, "Rosa, do you wear white panties tonight?" Rosa answers, "Yes, Luigi, I do. But how do you know that?" He replies, "I see the reflection in my new 300 Armani leather shoes. How do you like them?" Now, as the evening is almost over and the last song is being played, Luigi asks Carmela to dance. Midway through the dance, his face turns red. He states, "Carmela, be still my heart. Please, please tell me you wear no panties tonight. Please, please tell me this true." Carmela smiles coyly and answers, "Yes, Luigi, I wear no panties tonight." Luigi gasps, "Thank God, I thought I had a crack in my $300 Armani leather shoes." A woman was out golfing and hit the ball deep into the woods. When she went to look for it, she found a frog in a trap. The frog said to her, "If you release me from this trap, I will grant you 3 wishes." The woman freed the frog, and the frog said, "Thank you, but I failed to mention that there was a condition to your wishes. Whatever you wish for, your husband will get times 10. The woman said, "That's okay." For her first wish, she wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the world. The frog warned her, "You do realize that this wish will also make your husband the most handsome man in the world, an Adonis whom women will flock to." The woman replied, "That's okay, because I will be the most beautiful woman, and he will have eyes only for me." So Kazam, she's the most beautiful woman in the world. For her second wish, she wanted to be the richest woman in the world. The frog said, "That will make your husband the richest man in the world, and he will be 10 times richer than you." The woman said, "That's okay, because what's mine is his, and what's his is mine." So, Kazam, she's the richest woman in the world. The frog then inquired about her third wish, and she answered, "I'd like a mild heart attack." Moral of the story: women are clever. Don't mess with them. Attention female listeners, this is the end of the joke for you. Stop here and continue to feel good. Male listeners, please keep listening. The man had a heart attack 10 times milder than his wife. Moral of the story: women think they're really smart. Let them continue to think that way and just enjoy the show. Note, if you are a woman and are still listening to this, it only goes to show that women never listen. My friends, if you want to watch other funny jokes, subscribe to the channel.